Hey. Time for another Out of This World story from rSpace. Has anyone seen a connection between your significant other's friends cheating on their partners before you discovered your significant other was cheating? Pretty much asking if the "you are who you hang out with" cliche holds any weight. I, male 25, and my girlfriend, female 25, have been dating for 5 years. I wanted to start by saying she has never given me a real reason not to trust her, and we have always been very open with each other. I recently received some information through a friend that has made me a bit nervous and wanted some feedback if my concern was valid. My girlfriend has a group of girls, 8 or 9, that she is friends with from college, and they plan trips every now and then so they can all see each other. I don't know any of them really well, but out of those girls, I know for a fact 5 of them, and possibly a 6th, are all in relationships, including my girlfriend. She has told me before that guys will always try to talk to them, and sometimes she said her single, foreshadowing friends will hook up with someone. This led to her explaining how this meant the other girls would wind up getting stuck talking to the guy's friends that her single, can you see where this is going, friend was hooking up with. She made it seem like it was a big inconvenience and all her friends would be annoyed about it. So they just got back from the trip, and I heard the same story that I do every time she gets back from the above. I just found out yesterday that one of her friend's boyfriends discovered that his girlfriend cheated on him during this trip. He looked through her phone and found texts of her talking in a group chat with all of these girls about the guy she was hooking up with, and her saying she was losing track of how many guys she kissed at the bar, etc. I don't know him well, but from what I hear, he's a good guy, and they have been living together and dating for years. I saw the text through a mutual friend, and it honestly made me sick. Some of these other girls who are even in relationships were encouraging it, and one even says she's so proud? Proud of what? Then when the girl who was found out said she got caught by her boyfriend looking through her phone, the way they completely turned everything around on him. What a psycho for looking through your phone. He must have some real issues. You did nothing wrong. You just kissed a few people, hello, and got some numbers. I was dying laughing after reading that last one. Not in a "this is hilarious" way, but that this girl is saying that and actually believes that it is okay to do that in a relationship. She is in one. Then, in an attempt, I guess, to minimize the gravity of what she did, she started telling this guy all the things her friends have done to their boyfriends. Things along the lines of, "All I did was make out with this guy at the bar this one time. On the last ski trip, insert girl with boyfriend's name, had sex with 2 different people." Things like that. She named 2 other girls, not my girlfriend, as having had sex with other people while they were dating their boyfriends over the last few years, and more or less said all the girls flirt with guys at the bars and groups of guys always come back to their Airbnbs. News to me. I have not confronted my girlfriend on any of this information, and she has not offered it to me either. She's just going through business as usual, which is a bit scary to me considering the crisis unfolding in her friend's relationship. My girlfriend was not named in any of this, and I didn't see any texts from her that were incriminating. That being said, realistically, how likely is it that out of all of these girls who seem to actively encourage each other to do stuff like this, my girlfriend is the only one who was never influenced? I feel cheaters only hang out with other cheaters as a way to help justify their actions, with a "well, everyone is doing it" approach. I understand she probably didn't want to tell me things to not make her friends look bad, but this is a massive red flag for me. I want to confront my girlfriend, but not exactly sure how to without outright accusing her of cheating on me. Was thinking of trying to word it in a way that makes it seem like I already know everything and make her confess if she did anything. Not really sure what the best approach is, and any advice on how to navigate this would be appreciated. Update. Hi everyone. Wanted to start by saying thank you for all the support I received on my last post. I wish I had found this community earlier when I went through infidelity in my last relationship. I read through almost all of the replies, and to those who reached out on chat, I am sorry I did not respond. I'm not totally sure how that works, and if I accepted it, would I get a virus or something? I'm not sure how to link the original post, but if anyone wants to see it, you can look at my post history, or if someone can link it in the comments below. Apologies if the update is long, but want to get all the details in. So there were a lot of suggestions to reach out to the boyfriend who discovered all of this initially. I thought the same thing, but I was a bit hesitant since he told this mutual friend in confidence. I didn't want him to think he was going around and airing out his dirty laundry. Regardless, I think it is best to hear the info from the source and not a third party, so I got his info and reached out yesterday. His story was eerily similar to mine in the sense of what his girlfriend tells him when they get back from these trips, and how nothing else seems off. He told me he had just a gut feeling and went through her phone while she was in the shower. So what he did which I thought was pretty genius, is he knew he didn't have a lot of time to go through her phone because, as he put it, it's attached to her at all times. He started a screen recording on her phone and just scrolled through everything, then sent it to himself so he could look through everything later. Once he saw what the messages said, he kicked his girlfriend out of the apartment and she went to her parents. She came back the next day apologizing. This is when she threw her friends under the bus, and he said he wanted to see her phone again. She refused, but eventually gave in, and she deleted nothing. This is where he saw the messages, and the screenshots of what I saw, of her telling the girls how she got found out, etc. And them telling her he was nuts and she did nothing wrong. There were other messages after that I didn't see of them all coming up with a cover story. Needless to say, he kicked her out, but he didn't go into much detail on the relationship status, and I didn't want to press him on that too much. When he went through her phone the second time, he was looking for more proof of what he found the first time, since they had multiple group chats and backup for her claims about her friends so he could tell everyone else. He did his screen recording thing again, and this time went through literally everything and had a recording of it all. No joke, it is over 30 minutes of just scrolling through messages, Snapchat, Instagram, etc. Well, he sent it to me in a few parts, and she was definitely not lying. There is tons of messages of them talking about it, videos of them dancing with guys at the bar, pictures of them with the guys at their Airbnbs, etc. Just irrefutable evidence in my opinion. Now the question is, how does this affect me? Well, I went through everything he sent me multiple times. Two important things I noticed when going through everything. First, I was under the impression there was one main chat that these girls and my girlfriend all spoke in. There is multiple, and my girlfriend and a few other girls are excluded from these. Although my girlfriend is still in some where these talks were happening. Second, I didn't see any messages from my girlfriend actively participating in these talks. It seems like it is the same few girls who were always talking in these chats. However, I did see one picture of my girlfriend posing with some random guy at the bar. In a normal context, this picture would be a bit frustrating, but at the end of the day, we have a 5-year relationship where I am planning on marrying this girl. I'm not going to break up with her over a picture that really could be nothing. That being said, this is not a normal context, and my mind is all over the place on what this picture means. That picture is really the only evidence I have of anything inappropriate from my girlfriend directly, and it barely is evidence. There were some messages under the picture that I did not follow, as I think there were some kind of inside jokes, since they didn't really make sense. Unfortunately for me, I asked the boyfriend if he could ask the girl about my girlfriend directly, and he said that once he told her he was going to be telling all the other guys, she completely shut down and is denying anyone ever did anything wrong now or that she said anything. I am just at a loss and not sure what to do. My girlfriend is currently staying with her parents since she won't see them for Easter next weekend. I have been keeping up appearances, but it has been very taxing mentally to do so. I obviously will be having a conversation with her about it, but I think it needs to be done in person so I could actually get a read on her. I haven't spoke to anyone about it directly as I am honestly just totally embarrassed about it, but some family and friends are starting to notice that something is off. I just wanted to hear her side first. Our first reaction comes from Logical One. Show me your friends and I'll show you yourself. Next thought from Watch Rhino. Succinct truth. Druggies hang out with other junkies. Alcoholics gather together with drunks. Cows, zebras, llamas herd. Birds flock, fish school. Cheaters enable cheaters. Next thought from Rosalie83. If you're concerned about the one guy in the picture, you could show her the photo of his face and ask if she knows him. Saying this guy randomly messaged you saying some stuff about her in the girls' trip where they met, and you want her side of the story. Zugabooga chimes in with, my ex-wife had a coworker that had cheated on her husband. At some point, my ex-wife became friends with this lady. After I discovered my ex-wife's affair, she told me that this woman had cheated on her husband as well. I objected to her being friends with this woman as we were trying to reconcile. She didn't see the issue. No surprise we are now divorced as my ex-wife cheated again. So I definitely think it's true the people you associate with become your future. And now this woman has become a fixture in my ex-wife's life. They share memberships to places, spend time together, so no doubt my ex will continue cheating on whoever she ends up with in the future. DeGrubbs thinks, there is a correlation of those whose friends cheat and those that end up cheating. It normalizes the behavior to the point that it puts them on a slippery slope where boundaries start to being crossed. It's okay if I flirt and dance with this guy. I'm not kissing him like girlfriend 1 or sleeping with him like girlfriend 2. Well, it's only a kiss. Add in some FOMO and the next thing you know, you definitely cheated by slowly crossing multiple boundaries. Contrast that with, another group of friends where no one cheats and everyone at least appears devoted to their significant other. How likely is someone in that group going to be actively picking up people with those friends present? Your friends do have a lot of influence on your behavior. I assume your girlfriend knows their boyfriends and is social with them at least. Could you interact with someone often if you knew their partner was cheating on them? Even if that partner was a friend? I'd think most people would either out the affair or disengage from the couple. I'd be concerned that she hasn't pulled away from this group herself if this is the typical behavior of the girls' trips. That is the conversation you should be having. Why was she okay with what her friends were doing in her presence? Next up, Ian Bridgeman68 says, your girlfriend doesn't know what the other boyfriend has told you or the evidence you have. I know it's only smoke at the moment and you don't have concrete proof, but you have to play the game here. Show her you have the messages, but only scroll them. Don't give her the access. Then tell her you've read some very interesting conversations with the other boyfriend and things have come out. Tell her that she needs to be honest because you'll know if she's lying. Tell her that if she tells the truth, then there is a chance, but if she lies, then it's over. You will know from her reaction. She will no doubt try to get you to tell her what you know. Don't break. Tell her it doesn't work that way and that all you want is honesty. The bluff doesn't always work, but it works more often than not. Hopefully, she has not been part of the cheat group and you guys can move on from this. Good luck.